Let's delve into the life of Baldwin IV, the Leper King, and uncover the compelling story behind the rise and fall of Jerusalem. Born in 1161 to King Amalric and his first wife Agnes, Baldwin was destined for a unique journey. 2 years after his birth, Amalric ascended to the throne of Jerusalem, placing Baldwin as the second in line to be the next king. Jerusalem, during Baldwin's childhood, was under the rule of the Franks, French-speaking Catholic crusaders from Western Europe. Amalric, being the king and dealing with leprosy, looked forward to Baldwin's future reign. The young prince enjoyed a lavish upbringing, ruling over everyone like a prince. At the age of 9, Baldwin's life took a turn when he was sent to William of Tyre. While playing at the church, an observation by William revealed that Baldwin didn't react to pain as expected. A subsequent medical checkup diagnosed the initial signs of leprosy in Baldwin's right arm. Though not declared officially, doctors warned of worsening conditions. Amalric, aware of Baldwin's condition, kept it a secret. Revealing the illness might lead to rebellion, as rivals could attempt a coup. Additionally, Baldwin could have been sent to the Order of St. Lazarus, a place for leprosy-stricken knights. Despite the potential benefits, Amalric feared public acknowledgement of Baldwin's leprosy would hinder his succession to the throne. Baldwin faced his leprosy diagnosis with courage. Leprosy gradually weakens muscles and nerves, but Baldwin accepted the challenges. He had access to excellent education, and Amalric even secretly paid Arabs to begin his treatment. Baldwin's journey, marked by bravery and resilience, is a testament to his remarkable spirit in the face of adversity. The intrigue of his life unfolds against the backdrop of medieval Jerusalem, a tale of a young prince destined for a unique destiny. Unfortunately, Baldwin could only feel sensations in his left arm. Still, he managed to master military skills like fighting and horse riding using only his left arm. One of his significant achievements was becoming adept at riding a horse with his left hand. Being a royal member, Baldwin had to learn horseback riding, and he efficiently mastered the skill using his left arm and legs. Baldwin's coronation as the King of Jerusalem was a dramatic event. His father Amalric was in control, surrounded by reliable advisors, including Raymond of Tripoli, a trusted blood relative and friend. As Amalric suffered from dysentery, he believed his final days were near. Since Baldwin was too young to lead, Amalric chose Raymond of Tripoli as the regent to oversee the throne. After Amalric's death in 1174, Baldwin began exhibiting worrying symptoms of leprosy. The High Court Committee, aware of Baldwin's condition, assembled to choose the next king. Baldwin's sisters, Sibylla and Isabella, were females, making them ineligible for the crown. On the other hand, the Baldwin cousins were egotistical, divided, and unfit to lead Jerusalem. Baldwin needed to secure the court's support. In the middle of 1174, Baldwin was anointed as the King of Jerusalem at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. His leprosy worsened after his father's death. Despite being expected to marry and have children, Baldwin couldn't due to his condition, leaving him unable to produce an heir. Baldwin turned to his sister Sibylla, contemplating passing the heir to her son. Sibylla, married to William of Montferrat, faced tragedy as he died of malaria. Facing challenges in movement and vision, Baldwin arranged Sibylla's marriage to Guy of Lusignan to prevent a revolt from rivals. This decision was made without consulting his counselors, leading to Guy's attempt to seize control, creating chaos by attacking Muslim caravans. Baldwin's health and the kingdom faced turbulent times. However, his health began to worsen significantly. He struggled to see and move independently. Guy, his brother-in-law, eyed the throne eagerly. Once Baldwin's leprous brother-in-law passed away, Baldwin had to prevent Guy from seizing control. Baldwin, aware of every game and thought used to access the throne, surprisingly announced Baldwin V, Zebulon Guy's son, as his successor. To keep Guy away from the throne, Baldwin appointed Raymond of Tripoli as the regent for the young and unfit Baldwin V. As the time came to hand over the throne, Balian and Maria designated Isabella as the legitimate successor. Isabella, being Malric's daughter, faced disputes from Sibylla and Guy. The dispute turned into a civil war in Jerusalem as both sides claimed the throne. Baldwin became severely ill and confined to bed. Facing attacks from Guy and his troops against Muslims and Saladin advancing towards the city, Baldwin's relatives fought fiercely for the throne. The last blow to his health came when Saladin retaliated. Baldwin breathed his last on May 16, 1185, and Baldwin IV ascended the throne with Raymond of Tripoli as his regent. Though civic strife temporarily subsided, Saladin and his army continued to pose a real danger. Unfortunately, Baldwin IV passed away soon after, leaving the throne vacant. Isabella, the next heir, was desired by Raymond, but Humphrey, Isabella's husband, supported Guy. Raymond, seeing this, headed back to Tripoli. Guy was eventually chosen to rule Jerusalem, but he faced a tough test against Saladin's impending siege with his 30,000 soldiers on the march. Saladin intended to lay siege to Jerusalem, and the Christian army, commanded by Balian, faced defeat in the Battle of Hattin, a significant war between Crusaders and Muslims. Saladin gained control of the Kingdom of Jerusalem, capturing the king who was released after 2 years. Saladin and Balian developed diplomatic ties, and Balian improved the treatment of prisoners of war. Contrary to popular belief, it wasn't Baldwin who lost Jerusalem to Saladin but Guy, his brother-in-law, whose incompetence eased the roads for Saladin to gain control. Baldwin, despite his illness and struggles with leprosy, was a remarkable king who never let it define him. His ideas and actions brought wealth and peace to Jerusalem, and he worked tirelessly to ensure his legacy continued on the crown of Jerusalem.